Hello there, welcome to another talk, and I'll be just 2 seconds, I'll be back in a sec. Right, yes, and this talk is called Talk on the Unconscious Traumas Which Make You Demonize Others. Now, I just want to start off, and I say this because for all I know it could be new people on this video, on this talk, this podcast, and how it started for me was I sat down at the age of 24 and had enough, and I manifested an unexpected spiritual awakening. Because for the first time in my life, I went into my heart. I didn't know what I was doing, and then I started to heal myself. I started to become aware of the unconscious traumas within me. I started to get these ascension hacks. One of them that I use, and I share this on my website and on my talks, is that when you feel that reaction moment, that's the unconscious self. You see? That's the unconscious trauma. That's the unconscious trauma. And that reaction, pay attention into how it feels. Pay attention to how the reaction feels. Is it over nervousness? It's the same in things like arousal, like between two people mating, or it doesn't have to be that. It can be, because there's all different types of arousal. But arousal, like liking something, like I say, it doesn't have to be mating between two people. It can be all different types of arousals, but how does it feel? Is it overexcitement? Is it fear? Because that's the traumas, you see. So this is the hacks. That's how you hack into the unconscious traumas. And when I had the spiritual awakening, see what happens is you got a higher self, which is the version of you that is, if you believe in heaven, it lives in heaven. And when you spiritually awaken, that part of you is connecting with you. I saw a near-death experience once on YouTube where this guy said that when he died, a very calm version of him came through. That's the higher self. Now you can access that simply by asking it to come through. And that will help you through your unconscious traumas. That's why I brought that up. And yeah, when the reason people demonize others, like I once saw a psychiatrist say on the internet that narcissists bring others down, bring you down to bring themselves up. And it's not about demonizing even the narcissist, because that in itself would be narcissism. That's narcissistic behavior, right? You see so many people doing this. They're like leftist types. I mean, leftist is a political view, but to be a leftist, you have to be that personality. And so if you're very narcissistic, you've got the leftist personality, which is not self-aware at all. What people don't understand is that you perceive externally what you are within yourself. It's like you take snowflakes. It means snowflake because they fall down like snowflakes. You're talking massively insecure people who've tried to pigeonhole people and they have a nervous breakdown and fall down like a snowflake because of their insecurity. And they're the same people that will call everyone else a narcissist. But not aware, but they're not self-conscious enough to be, oh, wait a minute, I'm noticing it. So, because I know that every time I call someone a narcissist or think narcissism within someone else, I see it, that is the narcissism within me. You see? And what is making you demonize the external narcissist is the inner narcissist. And the core of that inner narcissist is the unconscious traumas. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to deflect away from with their problems. The unconscious trauma develops an ego. That's how the ego develops. The inner ego is the inner narcissist. The inner narcissist is the inner ego. Now, I'm not the only one to say this. If you look up psychiatrists and doctors and on the internet, I'm always on YouTube. Well, at night time, you know, might be the odd thing during the day, but it's usually at night when I go to my room at night. I watch a load of documentaries. It can be films. It can also be audiobooks as well. I like as well. Rudolf Steiner, that's a guy that I'm getting into just now. But these philosophers that I'm listening to, they basically, you know, talk about the same things I'm talking about through my awakening. And so it's reflecting back at me, my own path. So, but back into what I'm talking about regarding the traumas, that is the ascension hack. See, I'm giving here, and if you've noticed, on my talks, I'm giving the solution to that thing that makes you react. I'm giving that solution because I'm not interested. Because if I demonize someone, then that's the inner narcissist within me. You see, and I'm healing on this journey too. I might be giving talks that can heal others, but also I'm going through a healing path myself. You know, and I just want to say that everything I talk about, all is on my website. I don't charge any money. If you want to give a donation, there's a page that you can give a donation if you want to. I'd appreciate it. But I don't actually charge money. I mean, all the information for you to ascend, awaken, heal, law of attraction, manifesting what you want, everything is on my website. And there's a lot of people out there that would charge money for courses for that. But I'm here, I've had this path to help others. So that's why I just decided that if someone wants to give me a donation, they can, and not actually charge an actual fee. But yeah, back to what I'm talking about. Yeah, so when you a way to demonize someone, forgive yourself, or even when you're judging someone, at that moment, practice being non-judgmental. Feel that compassion for that person. Try to have empathy. Try to put yourself in that person's position. And you'll notice your feelings will change towards them. And this is how we develop happiness and unconditional love. I've got a page on my website called The Pathway to Happiness and Unconditional Love. And so that's how we heal the traumas. Also, this is how we ascend and become unconditional love. So, but for self-forgiveness and self-compassion comes first. Because if you're hating yourself, you can't love others. It just can't happen. Because you're working from an empty cup. You know, it's like if I've got a cup of tea, there's only a little bit in it. If I give that, I'm not going to have anything. So this is how most people are loving others. They're not working with a full cup. So it's about going within, it's about healing yourself, being kind to yourself, and healing those unconscious traumas. Every time you get that reaction, calling someone a narcissist, you know, it's like you'll see me all the time in my talks. I'm talking about narcissists, but as soon as I do that, very quickly, I'm aware that that's the narcissist within me. You see? And I'm just going to leave it there. For latest talks, news, research, songs, and poems as well are out now as well. Please do visit my website at www.lovelightfamily.com. Thank you.